Okay, so are you ready to really unlock a literary enigma? We're diving deep into Marcel Proust's In Search of Lost Time.
Yes.
All 7 volumes of it.
All of them.
Don't worry, though. We're here to equip you with the most intriguing insights and maybe even some scandalous gossip from high society France.
A little bit of dirt.
Yeah, exactly. You'll be sparkling in any conversation about Proust after this, I can guarantee it.
You know, what I think is so captivating about Proust is this masterpiece, this massive undertaking, almost didn't see the light of day.
Oh, really?
It was rejected by major publishers, including a decision André Gide deeply regretted, calling it, and I quote, his most stinging and remorseful regret.
Oh, imagine being that publisher. Talk about a missed opportunity.
Oh, no, right.
Proust's dedication to his vision, though, phenomenal. He even financed that first volume himself.
He did, and, that persistence, it really paid off. The book gained momentum, even with the later volumes being released during, all the turmoil of World War I. It wasn't instant success, though.
Right.
It was a slow burn that ultimately redefined, what we think of as literature. Because In Search of Lost Time isn't just a story.
Yeah.
It's an exploration of memory, time, and how those things shape our perceptions of the world. Proust captured those fleeting moments like a familiar scent or...
It's like the taste of a Madeleine dipped in tea. You can't have a conversation about Proust without the famed Madeleine moment, right?
It's so true.
It perfectly illustrates involuntary memory, where a simple sensory experience triggers this cascade of vivid, often forgotten memories.
Exactly, yeah. And Proust revolutionized storytelling with that technique.
Yeah.
He understood the intricate link between our senses and our past experiences.
Yeah.
And something as simple as a cookie, right, could unearth these really profound emotions and memories, which he believed lingered beneath the surface, just waiting for the right trigger.
It makes you wonder, thinking about the power of Proust's Madeleine moment, what sensory experience in your own life, perhaps unexpectedly, brings back a flood of memories for you? Maybe a song, a particular scent, a place even?
Absolutely. And Proust uses these involuntary memory episodes to move so fluidly through time, giving us glimpses into the narrator's past and how it kind of shapes his present. Reading Proust, I don't know if you've read it, but it can feel like piecing together a puzzle. But instead of a simple image, you're reconstructing an entire life with all its complexities and contradictions.
And speaking of complexities, let's talk about the Guermantes. They practically embody the allure of old world aristocracy, don't they? But as with everything in Proust, there's more than meets the eye.
Oh, absolutely. The Guermantes family, with their legendary status and intricate social circles, they represent both the allure and disillusionment of society for the narrator. Right?
Okay.
He grapples with their idealized image, only to uncover over time their quirks, their scandals, the reality that often clashes with his perception of them.
Yeah, it reveals a lot about how we often project our desires and expectations onto other people, setting ourselves up for disappointment when they inevitably don't live up to that fantasy. And this whole theme of perception versus reality, it isn't limited to just the Guermantes. It plays out in a very different way in the narrator's relationship with Albertine.
Oh, absolutely. The Albertine storyline, it's fascinating. It's where Proust really kind of explores the intricacies of love, desire, and how easily those things can become possessiveness and suspicion.
Right.
The narrator's infatuation with Albertine, it's all-consuming.
Yeah.
But it's also fueled by jealousy and this constant need to decipher her, especially, her rumored lesbian affairs.
But the relationship is so intense, it's like he's trying to hold on to a fleeting cloud.
Yes.
And of course, this brings us to Proust's exploration of sexuality, particularly homosexuality, which adds another layer of complexity, especially given, the societal constraints of the early 20th century.
Absolutely. And it's in this context that the character of Baron de Shirley becomes even more intriguing. He embodies this tension between societal expectations and personal desires, right? He navigates the world with this air of confidence and entitlement.
Right.
But beneath the surface, he leads this secret life, grappling with desires he feels, compelled to hide.
It's true. Baron de Charlis, he really reminds us of those societal pressures that forced individuals, especially during that era, into living these double lives. He raises all these questions about identity, conformity, the consequences of denying one's true self, themes that honestly resonate even today.
Absolutely.
It's a reminder that even though times change, the struggle for authenticity, for acceptance, it remains this timeless human experience.
Yeah.
And speaking of time, Proust masterfully weaves this concept throughout the novel.
He does.
Not just as chronological time, but as something that really shapes our understanding of ourselves and of the world.
Exactly. And Proust shows us that time isn't linear, right?
Yeah.
It folds in on itself.
Okay.
Our memories, our experiences, our perceptions, they're constantly reshaping how we experience the present moment. And art, for Proust, has this very unique ability to capture those fleeting moments, preserving them in a way that real life just can't.
Yeah, and you see this beautifully illustrated with the Vinteuil Sonata.
Wow.
This haunting melody that appears throughout the novel,
Yes.
connecting different characters and their experiences across time. It's like a secret thread woven through the tapestry of the story. You know?
Yeah, it is. And the Vinteuil Sonata, it highlights how art transcends those limitations of our own lives. It offers us a glimpse into other perspectives, other emotions, other experiences. It creates connections that defy the passage of time. And through these connections, I think, we gain a deeper understanding of what it means to be human.
It's like Proust is saying that while our individual moments, they might be fleeting, right? They're also part of something larger.
Yeah.
Something connected through these shared experiences, these shared emotions, which is it's a beautiful thought.
It is a beautiful thought, and it really speaks to the heart of In Search of Lost Time. It's not just about the big events, the big moments.
Right.
It's about the seemingly insignificant details that actually make up a life.
Right.
Proust wants us to recognize the profound meaning in those everyday moments.
It's true, those seemingly insignificant memories, they can be surprisingly powerful, can't they? A familiar sound, a scent, can transport us back to a specific time and place, unlocking this flood of emotions. He makes you realize that those moments, they're never truly lost. They're just waiting to be rediscovered.
And for Proust, that act of remembering, of revisiting and reinterpreting our past, it's crucial to understanding who we are in the present. He suggests that we all have our own Madeline moments, those sensory experiences that unlock these hidden memories and emotions. What's so fascinating is they often appear so unexpectedly. It's like offering us this glimpse into our subconscious.
So instead of brushing off those seemingly random memories that pop into our heads, maybe we should embrace them, explore them a little bit. Who knows what hidden depths they might reveal?
Precisely. Proust believed that within those seemingly ordinary experiences, right, lie the seeds of extraordinary stories. It's like he's giving us permission to find the remarkable within the mundane, to explore the depths of our own lives and recognize this inherent beauty in those everyday moments.
Yeah, instead of chasing these grand adventures, maybe the real journey is about paying attention to those small, seemingly insignificant details that really make up our lives. It's about finding the extraordinary within the ordinary, like you were saying.
And recognizing that those everyday experiences, those memories we carry within us, are the raw materials for our own unique stories. You might not write a 7-volume novel like Proust, but your lives, your memories, they hold their own kind of magic.
It's like we're all these amateur archaeologists of our own lives, uncovering these hidden artifacts of memory, and experience. And sometimes we discover connections we never even realized existed.
Exactly. Like just as the narrator in Search of Lost Time stumbles upon that connection between two seemingly separate paths. You have the Mézières way and the Guermantes way.
Right.
Proust's encouraging us to kind of look for those connections in our own experiences, right? What might seem like these random, unconnected events might actually be intertwined in these surprising ways.
It's like those aha moments when you suddenly understand something about yourself or your past because you've made a connection between these experiences you hadn't previously linked together. Like those moments in mysteries, when the detective finally puts all the clues together.
Yes, those aha moments are so important to Proust's whole vision. He believed that true understanding, it doesn't come from these grand pronouncements,
Right.
but from those small, quiet moments of revelation, when the pieces fall into place, and we suddenly see things with this new clarity.
So it's not about searching for some grand meaning of life out in the world, but rather looking inward.
Yeah.
And finding those connections, those patterns within our own experiences.
Precisely. And, Proust reminds us to pay attention to those seemingly insignificant details.
Right.
Those sensory experiences that kind of trigger those aha moments.
Yeah.
They might not seem important on the surface, but they hold this potential to unlock, a much deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us.
It's about finding the extraordinary within the ordinary, the profound within the everyday. Proust gives us permission to slow down, to savor those moments, and to trust that our own unique experiences, they really do hold value and meaning.
So, as you go about your day, your week, your life, keep Proust's insights in mind. Pay attention to those sensory details, those fleeting memories that kind of bubble to the surface.
Yeah.
Sense what sounds, what taste transports you back to another time. Embrace those Madeline moments. Explore the memories that they evoke and see what stories they tell. You might be surprised by what you discover within the depths of your own, search of lost time.
This was a really fascinating deep dive. I always enjoy these conversations, so thank you for that. And thank you to everyone out there for listening. We'll see you next time.